If I could ask.
You know, it's funny that you asked that. I just don't know who would have that. You know, it's a mystery, and one of these days we will figure it out. But like when you, I mean, oh snap! I forgot. Am I flexing right now? I don't.
man.
I ain't mean to flexing like this. It's Lord Jesus. Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah. Registration number 6,299,039. 39. Yeah. I own it.
Would you look at that?
Yeah.
That's ownership. We preach ownership on this podcast.
Yeah. Look, I'm glad that you do. Cause you know, like they used okay. One of the craziest interviews, I always parallel like a lot of like rap business and like film business sometimes, right?
Oh, let's do
Everybody was laughing at Dame Dash and calling
I was just about to bring up Dame Dash.
Bro. When he did the Be Your Own Boss interview, right?
Yeah.
And I know Dame out of his mind, especially like the way that he puts stuff out there sometimes. But I understand where he's coming from. Like if you stop and just break down what he's saying, Dame make a lot of sense. Like when he did the whole thing, I'll be having money for a minute, and then I'm broke for a while, and I'll be having money because he put his money up. So when he put his money up, yeah, he broke. He can't buy nothing because he done invested in this movie or this album or whatever it is. And then when the money come back, he win it again. Like that's
it all over again.
And that's how you do. That's hustling.
You're not a boss. Look at my son. He sells cookies. My son sells cookies, and you come to work and you clock in every day. But my son, he's got a cookie business. You want some cookies? Macadamia nut? You like those? You know what I'm saying? Right. He's crazy. He's crazy. But no, 100%.
He's being real about his. It's like that's back to that whole independent mentality. I think sometimes about ownership. How much do you really own of whatever your brand is? Because everybody at the end of the day, you are a brand, and as a wrestler, you are a brand, and then you are trying to work yourself into synergy with hopefully a bigger brand or something to that effect. When you start looking at yourself as a brand and not just a product, it changes things for a minute. Let me give you an example. A product are like those athletes that get signed like, okay, football didn't work out. Or it's an indie guy who had like a few matches, or they didn't have much going on, but we like your look or whatever it is, so we're gonna sign you. We're gonna keep you down in Florida for like a year and a half. We might do something with you. If not, we're gonna cut you. A brand is Adam Cole. A brand is Shane Strickland. A brand is Taya Valkyrie. Now Frankie Monet. These are people that have already done stuff on an independent level, or they've proven they've gone to other places, they've made it happen, they've done their thing with that, et cetera, et cetera. So the pitch is different. That goes back to what I was telling you about. You could tell who's really getting a tryout versus who's just a body.
Just a body.
Adam Cole signs a deal. I need you to have 3, 4, 5 storylines and opponents already thought up, and we're going to pick the best of that because this is a major incoming that we got going on, and they know it. That's why he's getting paid like they know it. That's why he's getting used like they know it.
Yes.
But that's because he built the baby before he ever got there. I don't see enough brand building. And people want to be used and taken a certain way when they go to certain places, but you want to be a brand. That's the reason why some wrestlers are absolutely okay with taking a different name when they go to WWE, because they have enough equity off of the name that they have where, okay, since WWE want to own something, cool, I will give them whatever throwaway name or whatever name that they go ahead and give me. If it don't work out tomorrow, I can still go back and my name is still my name.
Big fact.
I'll still win. You know, like I think a great example of that was Chris Hero. Like, Cassius Ohno, he did what he could do over there twice. You know, he did what he could do over there twice.
Yep.
But every time he came back as Chris Hero, we know what the deal is. We know what you've done for us on the Indies.
Yeah.
Salute.
Like, all right, cool.
You know, same forearms is back. You know what I'm saying? Forearms and stiff kicks. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I came to see.
Speaking of brand,
Aleister Black.
Speaking of
that could have been such a big thing. It wasn't. Tommy End coming back to the Indies. We know who Tommy End is. We still mess with you, dog. We got
and
you.
He's already got his Black Mass clothing, his like everything. He's already the complete package. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Speaking of brands, though, I want to stay on brands. The state of the Wholesome Gang.
Wholesome Gang is fine. I will start right there. Wholesome Gang is fine.
Wholesome Gang is fine.
Continue.
When they start out like that, usually it's like Wholesome Gang is fine. Okay.
No, because everybody been plotting the Wholesome Gang's downfall for almost a year and a half. We still here. Ask away, but I always tell everybody before they start, Wholesome Gang is fine. Go ahead.
You had the judge of that trial, the head of the Creep Squad. I was like, this might be a little bit of a conflict of interest, but you know,
you see everything I had to work against.
Yes, right? Yeah,
they hate me, and I hate Faye. You know, and that's documented. You know, I love Faye, but I hate Faye, and she loved me, but she hate me. And we still made that happen because she know the truth when she hear it.
That is hilarious. You got another match coming up pretty soon here against Kenny Alfonso at the Black Wrestlers Matter event. That is upcoming next weekend as well. Are you ready for that, my friend?
Black Wrestlers Matter 2, by the way. I remember meeting Kenny at a few shows while I was out in the Midwest. Super respectful, all that other good stuff that's going on. I made it a point when I heard that they were doing Black Wrestlers Matter, and I heard that they were doing the triple showcase the day before. That's where me and Myron are wrestling, but there's a lot of Black wrestlers on showcase there as well too. Like I think unofficially people are calling it like Black Wrestling Weekend, which I'm hyped about. Like I've had to turn bookings down because it's like I need to be here. I need to be a part of it. I look at somebody like Kenny, and from the work that I've seen and everything like that, that's a dude to me that's like, hey, you just need to put me in there with somebody that's going to test me, and I'm going to show y'all what I do with it. And I can respect that. And when I look at an event like Black Wrestlers Matter, and I was supposed to be a part of the first one, but we never could make it connect, especially with all the AEW stuff that was going on too. So I was adamant about making sure that we come through for the sequel. You know, bigger and blacker. We coming through.
Hell yeah.
Bigger and blacker. Jesus.
Shout out Chris Rock. But I look at a guy like that, and I'm in a weird state in my career because it's like I always joke around, I'm like a mixtape status wrestler. If you know wrestling, I promise you know me. If you one of them types that like, oh, I only watch what's on TV or this or that, or I only follow what's popular or whatever it is, then cool. You probably don't know what I'm about. But I love testing myself with a lot of the newer school cats that are getting ready to come up. I like testing myself up with some of the pillars of guys that I ran with. Like, I just like testing myself. But nothing brings me greater joy than seeing this new wave of Black talent that we got going on. And the thing is, they want to be tested. They're trying to be tested. And furthermore, they're hungry to the point where it's like, I will snatch food off your plate.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because you need that. You have to have that kind of mentality where it's like, if you ain't going to pick up the ball, if you ain't going to make the kill shot, I will. The thing about me that I need him to understand, though, is, and I repeat, if you won't make the kill shot, I will. I have never taken my finger off of the trigger. Ever. Ever. I always keep it on me. Always. I might be a little slow. Sometimes, but that's because I'm aiming. I'm not just scattershotting like I used to back in the day. I don't use a street sweeper no more. Okay? I got the silence. I got the silence joint with the Walter PP. I don't need the little red light on the thing. I just need to aim. And I got you. So
he says y'all dudes coming through like Omar Epps and The Wire.
Yo,
I got the, you know, I got the I got the brother Muson. You know, that's what I'm using. I got the brother Muson.
Walter, PPK.
There it is. And he lays his
Negro need to get up out of here.
Yeah, he lays his game down flat before he does what he got to do. So,
he shot a heart in the stringer bell, like on my fluid out.
So I'm looking super forward to wrestling Kenny, and I want it to be one of those things where no matter what the ending of that match is, he better come out a better wrestler than when he came in, no matter what happens. That's all I care about in this match, because I'm still in a state where I have so much left to give to this, especially the people who y'all don't even have an idea. Y'all don't have a clue. And a lot of it just be like what the platform is and all this other stuff like that. And I still got stuff that ain't been announced yet. Matter of fact, I might break something to y'all now in just a minute.
Uh-oh.
He
said I got a lot more in the tank.
I might have to. But bottom line, I just want him to come out better than this match, because there's going to be a time where I'm not going to be able to pull that gun anymore, whether it's because somebody shot me or it's because I lay it down. But I want to look back at what's ahead, who's coming up, and I want to know, like, yo, I wrestled Kenny Alfonso, and I knew he had it back then, and he's fulfilling the promise that I knew that he had around that time. I know what my place is. I want him to know what his is, and I want him to bring it like he knows that his destiny is going to be something great, because he is something great.
Absolutely. Like, we talked about you being in AEW, you doing Jared Cruz and everything like that. Is an AEW run something that you want to run back? Something you want to do again?
I'm open to anything that makes sense. And when I say that, let me put it this way. Shout out Darius Lockhart. You can't dance for the dollar every time. And when I say this, I say it to say, there's just some stuff where it's like it makes sense to do, and then there's some stuff where you really got to ask yourself, are you going to be good to go with that? And I realized by the end of my time there that it's like I feel like some people knew what I was capable of, but I felt like that company as a whole just didn't know what was there. And that's fine, because for the stuff that I got to do and the stuff that I was in, and I'll even tag that on myself. My weight was up and down because I was nervous about the opportunity that I got. And it'd be up and down. So there was things like cosmetically about me, like mentally about me, that weren't all the way there. And I'm glad I got to come back to the indies, because I really got to find what's working for me. I got to find a flow. I got to do all that. So it's back to that brand building again.
Yes.
I feel like there was people that, if you know about me, but I want to be able to step into a room and it's like, that's Suge right there. Like this dude, you need to watch him. You know, like they know they need to be by the monitor because something's gonna pop off. So my thing is, I know I wasn't there yet for them to be like, we need to watch this guy. And I could tell just based off of certain things. And that's not a slight. They just didn't see it. It wasn't there yet. It happens like that. You got all that talent around. You have to do that extra thing to go ahead and stand out. Mm-hmm. So if it does come back around, I want it to come back around because, Suge, like, he doing this match, he's doing that match.
Yeah.
At this point, to me,
you can't deny it now.
I won't lie. The Jared Cruz, it could be a hell of an opportunity.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
But the way I look at things, it'll be a great opportunity. Hopefully some great matches. And if nothing else, I got to chill on a boat, have a great time and get paid for it. And if nothing comes from it, nothing comes from it. But again, the focus is on Denzel's words. I'm just going to worry about doing good work. The rest is going to come, whether it comes with a signature or whether I got to go out and find that bag. I'm just gonna focus on good work. Speaking of good work,
please.
I might break something for you. So I think I will do it here. Let me ask you a question. How fast you think you can get a clip out?
Tomorrow.
Okay, great. Okay, good.
I can probably get a clip out. Yeah, tomorrow by like I don't know, maybe somewhere between 12 and 2 West Coast time, probably.
Whatever works. Remember you said that because I'm counting on you. Because if they didn't see the clip with you, I'm not because I was thinking which way I wanted to go. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna let you drop it first.
Okay.
So hopefully everybody go crazy about that, and then I'll go. All right. So for those of you who follow me at Wrestle Action, I got suspended because I was being a very bad boy, but he deserved it. But he deserved it. This is the beauty of being independent. Just because you say I can't eat at your table doesn't mean I won't find another table to get a meal, right? So I have taken a booking in Dallas, Texas. So I am going back to Texas for VIP wrestling. So let's just get all the stuff out the way. I looked at all the talent that's at VIP wrestling. I look at everything that's going on. And something kind of crossed my mind and got me like really thinking. And I got to start asking for things that I want, right? So, manifesting. So let's manifest this. If you know the name, feel free. Shane Taylor. What's good?
Yep.
Let me go a little further. Shane Taylor. What's good? Me. Now I know you've been rolling around. You having a great time. You making good money. You got Shane Taylor Promotions. You recruiting people. You got people wearing your stuff. They got your name on your back, like you Calvin Klein or you a designer. All this other great stuff like that, right? You run in Texas. You wrestled my boy Darius Lockhart. Y'all had a great match. You did your thing. 6-man tag team champion over at ROH. I remember when you came over to UK and you told me that you were going to make them put respect on your name as a player in your company. And I'm glad you did that. You got everything you wanted. Good. I'm making a very, very long trip to Texas. So I want to make sure that very, very long trip is worth something. So I feel like if you really want to call yourself one of the best out there, that this is a promotion that don't back down from anything, like you're the CEO of that, you need to come see me. I'm a journeyman. I'm a little bit of everywhere. I'm not doing this in hopes of like, hey, man, can we have a match? And maybe you can show it to your boss over at Ring of Honor and it might get me a spot or anything like that. It ain't about all that. I want to match with you because I know you're good. I know you're great at what it is that you do. But I also want to match with you for one very particular reason. I'm trying to lace this up as best as possible. Okay, here we go. You're an entire promotion. You got a machine around you. You created a machine around you to the point where the machine had to put its machine around you. When Sinclair weren't acting right, you built a machine and they were like, you know what? We got to plug up to this damn machine because Shane Taylor killing it. I don't have no machine. I don't have no machine, dog. I'm my own PR. I'm my own marketing. I'm the athlete. I'm the talent. I'm the management. I'm the coach. I'm the dietitian. Some of those jobs I do better than others, but I roll on my own. You are telling people about how to empower themselves, how to lift themselves up, how to do this and how to do that, which I respect to no end. The thing about it is you're doing it, but with your name on the label. Let me run that back for you. How is somebody truly empowered and free with another man's name on the label? You are teaching empowerment, but if they're empowered with your name on them, Some of that power got to go somewhere, and it's going to you. All the knowledge that I kick, all the game that I drop, all the power that I'm trying to manifest for myself, I drop it, and what people choose to do with it, that's their business. That's freedom. When I fail, I'm free. When I succeed, I'm free. It all leads back to me. Bars. To me. Ain't no front office. To me. I took them L's on my own. I'm taking all these W's on my own. So me and you it's not just a style difference in how we wrestle. We got a difference in philosophy of what freedom looks like and what promotion looks like and what making it looks like. And I know there are a lot of cats that would just be like, yo, man, let me get on with STP. How can I get on with STP? And I'm happy to see you shining. But the moment we start talking about if you want to fully have things and you want to get in power, but it's still got to have your name on it to have that power, I can't flow like that, man. That ain't me. So I just think from one individual to an entity, it wouldn't bother you so much maybe to just give me one good chance, one good shot to wrestle you in the middle of a VIP ring, deep in the heart of Texas, Dallas. I told you earlier I'm a gunslinger. Why not in the Old West, dude? I'm calling you out. All I'm asking that you do is answer it, man. You good? Or do I have to show up to the bubble, get COVID tested and all this other stuff? But ROH ain't calling me. They ain't checking for me, man. So we know that's not going to happen anyway. But you got the power to make it happen because you powerful, right? You got all the stroke now, right? So I'm just humbly asking you, just one time, I'm going to be in the same place as you. I just want to fuck around and find out real quick. That's it.
Pull up.
Shane Taylor, Suge D, VIP Wrestling. Sound good together. I mean, you know.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Oh.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside.
Oh, and furthermore, let me add this in PS. I know you are promotions, you a CEO, so you might have to go through some legal channels or whatever it is before you make a decision and let me know what you want to do. Ouch. Again, as an individual, ouch, I can make that decision. Sure, you want to wrestle Shane Taylor? Yep. Cool. We done cleared. I done cleared that.
When you get permission, you know what I'm saying? When they tell you, yeah, they holler at your boy.
If you gotta take, that's right. Because Shane Taylor Promotions, hold on. I'm not knocking Shane Taylor Promotions, but Shane Taylor Promotions, a subsidiary of Sinclair of Ring of Honor, which is a subsidiary of Sinclair Entertainment. That sounds like Interscope.
No.
How you signing somebody that signed to somebody and signed to somebody else?
Check with somebody.
Man. That sounds like.
I'm just saying, you got to check with somebody to check with somebody to check with somebody to see if you can wrestle little old me.
Dang.
Yeah, fuck you know this.
What Pusha T say? He said you signed to how many?
Signed to a nigga that had to a nigga.
Oh man. Okay.
I love you, Shane. I love what you're doing. But we're gonna call spade a spade. And I expect you to do the same with me.
I love it.
Down for you, down for you, down for you.
Suge D, Shane Taylor, make it happen.
Gang.
It's about damn time.
Stand in the middle of this like this. After you do it, after you win, stand in the middle like T.O., just like.
That's great.
I got a further problem because if he say yes, I still gotta try to win this motherfucker. Let me at least let me get the match. That's all I'm saying.
Getting the match is half the battle, right? Like you said, the bell still got a ring.
Exactly.
The bell still got a ring.
And I'm really got dip on my chip because if he say yes, that's the week after Myron.
Oh. Hey man. Hey, good luck and Godspeed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask you a question about this this quote here. So just to piggyback off of that conversation that we were just having here, the master does something great and then forgets about it. What does that? Well, like, what's your take on that quote today?
I'll tell you exactly what the take on that is. Okay, so that's a Lao Tzu quote from the Tao Te Ching. I love Chinese philosophy.
You're into like Taoism and stuff like that?
I'm into it. I'll be honest. I was raised Christian, all that other stuff like Baptist. Lord, please don't let this get me canceled. I don't have time for it. I respect what the Bible stands for. I'm not gonna act like the Bible wasn't written by man. So it does have some things that butt heads. So when I talk about like my day-to-day living, I like stuff like the Tao Te Ching. I like, the works of Nietzsche because it's just stuff that make you think, and it's just stuff that just makes sense. Like it's deep, but it's plain. And I like that. It's not like a bunch of like some people turn into scripture quoters. And it's like, okay, you can quote that scripture, but then I got this scripture that says it. People try to flip stuff to what it need to be, and the Tao is just like, this is what it is. This is deep, but this is what it is. We're not trying to mess nobody up. So yeah. Anyway, so when they make the phrase, when they say the phrase, the master does something great and forgets, right? Everybody has an Al Bundy in their life. And when I say an Al Bundy, I mean, how many times is Al Bundy going to tell you that he won 4 touchdowns in a single game?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, every chance he get, man.
He's I have 4 touchdowns in a single game, right? And they doing that number. There's some people that do something and that becomes
I beat Stone Cold and The Rock in the same night, right?
Right. But here's the thing about Jericho. Jericho got like a million other accolades.
He has a million of those. He has maybe 1,004. Maybe 1,004.
Yeah. My man got Billboard. Like you see his Instagram. He be Billboard this and all that other stuff. Like he got gold, platinum records and stuff. So like he has multiple flexes. That's
a hell of a quote though.
That's definitely a hell of a quote. So yeah, like as you were saying, Suge, to speak to that quote, the master does something great and then forgets about it. Like, what's your take on that today? Like, how do you feel about that right now?
So, like I said, you got those instances where you got guys that sit on an accolade like forever, like 4 touchdowns in a single game. That's my thing. The thing is, you never grow from that because you're always sitting on this one thing that you did that one time, right? So what that teaches you is you just got to take in this great moment of something that you've achieved, and then you have to let it go. Not saying that you can't come back to it or whatever it is, but the world and to grow as a person, it is a lot of what have you done for me lately? Because if you start sitting on this whole thing about like, I had a platinum record back in 1986, that is great. But if your career is a singer, when the last time you had one, man? Like, what's the last hit that you've been sitting on? You've been singing that same old song for I don't know how long or whatever it is. But if you're talking about trying to grow or trying to make new things, you have to have that ability to be able to be like, okay, that was what it was when I did that. What am I bringing to the table now when I go ahead and do this? Like, what's so special about me now? Right? You got a lot of wrestlers like that. I had that one 4-star match all the way back 10 years ago.
Way back when.
Right. But it's like, you done a lot of whack stuff since then too. So it's like, what? Like, hold on. Joe Budden voice again. I'm a content man. Like when he said that, I'm a content. Like, that's exactly what that argument was about. When he was like, when he said M didn't say nothing for the better part of like all this time. And I agree with him because he came out the gate hot, but then after a while, it just started being like let me just pick beefs with people and shock value jokes, and I'm gonna kill this person, yada yada yada. Like he really weren't saying that for like a good little period, but it's not that I hate him. It's his fan base because they had like everything he's ever done.
Yeah.
It's like the greatest song that ever was.
That almost sounded like he was getting ready to go into the CM Punk, like the pipe bomb. I just hate this idea of Eminem.
of you being the best Eminem. Okay.
I don't have the Indian style, so I can't. You know, I'm not sitting cross-legged, so I can't get the full effect. But nah,
guys out there,
right.
There's guys out there like Big Crit Eminem, who's doing it all by himself, and then you want to sit out here and stay wide awake.
Right.
I forgot about that either. I have not forgot about that.
Somebody needs to shout out Big Crit. Oh my Lord! Like
that's when you, for sure. That's when you break the fourth wall and be like, you know, hey, Big Crit, how you doing?
Hey,
Big Crit is amazing. Big Crit is definitely amazing. I think we've kind of reached a point where we can kind of loosen up a little bit, and if we can have just a little bit of fun, we can have some very interesting conversation here. Uh-oh. Just based off of
my Indian style.
No, we talking. Yeah, exactly. We talking culture, right? Let's talk. Let's talk.
All right, let's get it.
So Ray J. I don't have no question. I just wanted to say, you know what I'm saying, Ray J's a legend. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get this Raycon sponsorship. And I was wanting to see if you have any stories of how Ray J impacted your life.
I know Ray J is a huge not for me personally, but he's huge for fuckboy culture. I know that much. Like you know, like that's, you know, he's like a god amongst that. My closest impact with Ray J is, and I'll be honest, and like I was surprised he popped for it, so I was just like, yeah, we're just gonna call it that. So me and Darius Lockhart have a tag team. I don't even know if it's fair to say tag team. We call it like a collab because we only get together every so often. It's like when Drake and Future get together. We only get together so often, but we make nothing but hits every time we do. And then we go do our own stuff, and then we come back. You know what I'm saying? So we've literally had 3 tag matches, all of them bangers.
All bangers. All magic.
So our double team move, like our big double team move, is a double styles clash. So like I'm holding one side, he holds the other side, we get the hook, we both come down with it, right? So I refer to it as the Ray J Styles. And he heard it and just lost it. Like, yep, that's what we're gonna call it. Because that it just made sense to me.
It just makes sense. It makes sense.
It just does.
The Ray J Style. If I did a Styles clash on my own, I would call it the Ray J Style. But I don't get down like that. So yes, Ray J Styles. That's his impact on my life and times.
Okay. So speaking of moves. Let's go there. Let's stay right there because you have a move that you do. The lockout. The lockout, which now is being used on television every so often on Monday evenings as the wing clipper with Angel Garza. You how do you feel about that? Like, 'cause, like I seen you use that like long time ago. So I'm like, I don't know who came up with it first, to be honest, like or where the move originated from, but like you're damn near the first person that I've seen do that.
So when I saw it, it was a variation on a move that was done by Roxy Laveau on TNA. Okay. She would do hers with the head hook and have the hammerlock and then come down with it. Okay, yeah. I just did it with the butterfly. Yes. So first of all, I'm not that dude. I'm not gonna Soldier Boy this whole thing. He's like, I'm the first dude to call a lot of shit. I was the first. Hold on, I ain't
that's funny. That's what Myron did.
Do a lot of stuff like in wrestling, and I be telling people all the time, you got charged to the game, dude. Yeah. Everything is a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. And if you're an innovator, like if you like innovate things, I'm sorry, you always gonna take a chance of getting it stolen. whoever does it in front of the biggest audience invented it. I'm sorry. Like, that's just the way it works. That clothesline that Miz does in the corner, if you're any kind of good indie studious guy, that was Matt Seidel's clothesline. Mm-hmm. Miz beat him to TV and he was more popular. You never seen him do that clothesline since. He gave it up. He like, I got a million more where that came from. And sometimes you got to be that way about it. And to be personally, I can't get mad at Angel Garza because, like, I did that move like 5 million years ago. And, like, now he's a, like, I don't even, like, I think I stopped using that move the moment.
Yeah, I haven't seen you use it. I haven't seen you use it in a while, man.
That was a very topical name, you know. Oh, yeah. I apologize. I do have one more thing that I wanted to bring up about Ray J. It has always been my dream to produce a wrestling reality dating show along the lines of, like, For the Love of Ray J. Not me. I wouldn't be the subject. I'd be like the host, or I'd be like the dude, like when on Ray to Love when Nephew Tommy come through, like, hey, how y'all doing?
What y'all doing up in here? What y'all doing up in here? What y'all doing up in here?
So this was the concept, and I remember talking with Antoine Jordan about this. Like he was a wrestling friend of mine from way back in the day and everything like that. The dude is ultra funny. So we were gonna call it Turnbuckle of Love, right? You get a bunch of little lady, lady wrestlers, little tenderoni lady wrestlers, and all that other stuff like that. And they got the different challenges and they got all the stuff. The only reason that we wanted to do this was for the eliminations, because it get all tense and everybody
crazy. Yeah.
And he'd be like, here's your turnbuckle, here's your turnbuckle. He giving the turnbuckle if you safe, right? As you can see, I only got one turnbuckle left.
That's the sound.
So, right. So we're gonna find. I appreciate that because that adds to the ambiance of what I'm doing. He said, I only got one turnbuckle left. So we're gonna find out who is being who is pointing to the sign and who is being wished the best in their future endeavors. And then the bottom two, right? Obviously, the bottom two got to wrestle, right? So that's how you get the wrestling fix in there and all that other stuff. Of course, there's a loser. So what he would do is, whoever stayed, they earned their turnbuckle, so they safe, they can go. He get a little speech. He's like, on the bump and jump challenge, your bumps were not clean, and your forward rolls, your forward rolls were looking more like cinnamon rolls and not forward rolls. Furthermore, like when I was looking at you, I wanted to slap that ass, but I didn't want to see you slapping your thigh so much on them leg kicks, and that's exactly what you was doing. So, with that said, we're gonna wish you the best in your future endeavors. So then you grab her by the back of the head, and then you sling her over the top rope, the Olympia, right? Like, now,
hell, it did like this shit's some bullshit.
We wanted to establish that because how every dating show there's the one who don't want to be eliminated and they go off, right?
Yeah.
So you
gonna hold on.
You ain't gonna be tossing me over the top rope like that, and then she go off and super kick people and even super kick him. And then she eliminate herself. Like she throw herself over the top rope. Ain't no one gonna toss me out. I'm gone. And then
I can imagine just the battles on the apron, just trying to avoid getting eliminated from.
Yeah, just hold on. You know what I'm saying? A little 1 foot like Shawn Michaels. Like
you had the one that tried to skin the cat, and he waiting right there just to toss her right back over the rope. Like this is quality television, and you know how many variations I could have made of this. Like I could have had one girl, a bunch of guys. I could have had one guy, a bunch of girls. For my LGBTQ, we could have had a gay edition. We could have did all of that, man. And I just, man.
Come on, Vice. What are you doing?
Check this out. Just like you did when I asked you a few minutes ago who owns the name, the Pineapple Pete, and you. Boom, paperwork, saucy, black and white, documented. You might need to do the same thing with that idea. That turnbuckle of love. You know what I'm saying?
IWTV.
I would pay for that.
High Spots Network.
High Spots.
WWE. Peacock.
Holla at this man right here. Because that's a mind. That's an amazing idea.
You telling me you wouldn't watch you wouldn't watch an offshoot of NXT where they got 10 girls from developmental and like Carmelo Hayes as the guy that they trying to go after. And like Carmelo
that's quality content. That's quality content. Definitely. That's quality content.
I want to watch it right now. I can't. I'm mad.
I want you to binge watch it. I want you to binge watch it right now.
That's hard.
Pluto TV right now.
All right, so I got a tough question for you.
Oh God, they've all been tough.
You've seen I'm sure you've seen on like a Instagram or Facebook those whole one gotta go things where they give you like a couple like food options or like whatever chicken, pizza, tacos or whatever which one can you live without, right?
So what's the options?
So the options are as follows.
Oh God.
Well, sir.
One gotta go, and you brought up one of these names earlier, so I think it's only right that I bring this to you now. One gotta go, and you gotta get rid of this one person, everything that they've done. Ben, this might be the perfect time for you to gear up the anti-black thing on the soundboard. So
for you to be saying that with your white skin.
One gotta go. Samuel L. Jackson, Lawrence Fishburne, Denzel Washington, or Morgan Freeman.
I already got my answer.
One.
Ask that question with your white skin.
You said Morgan Freeman too.
I said Morgan Freeman as well. Samuel L., Lawrence Fishburne, Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman. One gotta go.
Yo, this is very lame. That sucks. Because when you all four of them have at least a few iconic characters. Yeah. So it sucks because you killing off a character when you do it that way.
A whole lineage of just dope.
Sure.
For sure.
So for the record, Denzel is untouchable. That's like he's there. Like he's safe. Yeah. Like that shouldn't even been a question. Like he's safe. I will also have to save Samuel L. Jackson because that man is prolific, plenty characters. He put the word motherfucker on the map. You talking drama, comedy, action, all that stuff. He's doing it. He's still doing it at a high level. Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. We gotta keep him. I'm being dead ass. Before we get into all that, I'm just ready to sell out. Just somebody please offer me a contract so I can sell out. So I can get me some internet that don't have issues when it rains too hard. Okay, I need some money. I need money. I need more money. Just please. What is your clothing line? We don't know. Just. I'm ready to sell out.
Hey, yo, Xfinity, give my man the Gordon Hayward brick. Give my man the Gordon Hayward brick. You know what I'm saying? When he was playing World of Legends on Xfinity. Hey, get him Xfinity. Stop playing with Suge. You know what I'm saying? His name is Suge.
I need some of that Kevin Samuels high value internet. Right.
I need that. You need the big HD action with the little spinning little pendle thing in the background. Man in this little Ashcott tie.
I don't like this because I don't like this. I don't like this. Anyway, so as far as picks go, when we were talking about Samuel L. versus I got left with Morgan Freeman and Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes.
If I kill off Morgan Freeman, then that means the Shawshank Redemption is completely changed. We don't have Red no more, all that other stuff like that. If I kill off Lawrence Fishburne, listen.
You have no Furious Styles, no Morpheus.
You don't have Ike Turner.
You don't have Ike Turner.
Boy, when I tell you,
what was it?
I'm off that narcotic. Man, Ike. That was the greatest acting he has ever done. I don't want to hear about Morpheus. None of that. Yeah. Greatest acting that he ever did. Like if you don't live, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest shit.
No. It made all the sense in the world. It made all the sense. For Ike Turner logic, that made all the sense in the world. It's like
watching this.
Ike Turner logic is like Steiner math.
Yes.
It's like
talk to him.
Yes.
When that man said, "If you don't live, I'll kill you," oh my God. Okay, so that said, it's a rough choice, but I gotta go with my man Lawrence Fishburne. I have to go with my man Lawrence Fishburne. So that means Morgan Freeman.
With all of that, you gotta get rid of Lawrence Fishburne.
No, I'm not getting rid of Lawrence Fishburne. I'm getting rid of Morgan Freeman.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
okay.
And I hate it.
You don't like narration and shit. I get you.
He got the hype narration, but the thing is, it's like when I think of memorable roles, like stuff I quote all the time, all this other stuff like that. He got a few, but them other three, those are like pillars, man. Ike Turner alone saved Lawrence, but he got other stuff.
I told you it's gonna go love it, you gonna hate you.
All right,
you don't want to do that, huh? Mr. Van, huh?
Michael,
you want to smoke crack? Smoke crack.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
Oh, Prince.
I knew I liked you.
No
question.
Prince, my guy, bro.
The greatest Super Bowl performance of all time, is it not?
Oh, absolutely. He got a lot of great.
God had to be like, yo, man, I'm gonna help you out.
My man hit like one guitar riff. Purple Rain blasts all across the stadium, and then it literally starts raining. Like, wait a second.
Did he make it? Wait a minute. Hold on.
Prince
no Mother Nature? He pays Mother Nature.
Are you Jesus? Like, please, sir.
He texted God. He was like, I need a favor. He said, you really want to get people talking for the next? I need a favor.
He was like, yo, God. He said, Michael Jackson just stood there for 15 minutes and then performed. I need you to make it rain on command for me, please. Can you do that for me? I got you, Prince. So you
I'm not gonna act like Mike ain't turned it out like had people fainting and all that other stuff. Like Mike at his height in the concert era, even when he came back at the MTV Awards, remember when NSYNC did Pop? And then that big came up. And Mike
the big thing came up.
And then Mike selling. And then Mike selling after that is what made it. Because he had that hand up. He was like, he was just sweating. He had that drip on. Like he had gave like his last, he gave all his life force for just that one little that they got.
My last drop of moonwalk.
But I go with Prince because like there's just a timelessness to Prince, and on top of that, Purple Rain is one of the few albums to me where it's literally a perfect album. You can just start it. You don't have to do nothing else. You don't have to skip nothing. Yeah. It's perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I 100% agree with that.
Hey, Prince did guitar made weep and made me weep. I was like, oh.
When a man is so great that they make comedy sketches that sound like they shouldn't be true, and then it gets proven that it's true.
And then it gets proven that it's true.
This man played basketball in the middle of a concert and made it. Like, and made the shot and then went back to doing what he was doing. Like, yeah, that man was mean. That man
blouses. That was great. That stuff was amazing. That was definitely amazing. Gotta ask you about the Hawks playoff chances here.
Okay. I think the deepest the Hawks ever made it. I support all things Georgia, and that sucks because, as you know, Georgia got a history.
You must have that Justin Bieber Peaches record on repeat.
It hurt, man. Like being a Georgia sports fan, it hurt. It hurt. You go through it all the time. But I think the furthest the Hawks ever made it was the second round of playoffs, like what we are now. So I'd at least like to see them get to the if they can at least make it to the semis. But what I'm liking about the playoffs this year,
Trey Young, boy,
it's a lot of fresh but it's just like what you said. It's a lot of fresh teams making it. Like none of the big franchise teams really made it through.
Yeah, I know.
Look at that, because look at the time they had off.
True.
71 days of an off season. Like that's the shortest amount of time they've ever had.
Very short.
But everybody had that same amount of time. But I don't know what to tell you. You know, so it's like,
yeah, Ben, we don't want to hear your mouth.
I'm gonna talk about this tomorrow.
We're talking about the Hawks right now. Hey, the Hawks successfully changed coaches, you know what I'm saying, from one black excellence coach to another black excellence coach, and then did better. Shout out to Nate McMillan. You know what I'm saying? He went up in there. So I think they're gonna be. I think they can. Hey, look, I don't know how long Embiid gonna stay upright. So I like they got a whole team over there, and they're young and they listen. And that's the thing. So I fuck with the Hawks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My granddaddy from the A. So you know what I'm saying? I fuck with the Hawks.
And my man hit the bow when it was all said and done. Hit the wall. He said,
Right.
I was in the garden, so I know what you do when the show is over. I was like,
that was cold. That was cold. That was cold.
He had to do it after getting spit on, after people handing out pamphlets talking about that he's prematurely balding in his early 20with
But he was getting Lex Luger elbowed by Julius Randle and shit.
Yep.
Like
with the cast.
There's a plate there.
Knicks fans are a special kind of hopeful, man. And it's like they act like they got the greatest team in the world. And then but they act like they got the greatest team in the world, but without all the follies that come with being a Knicks fan. It's like y'all been messing up since the finger roll. Okay. And if you know your Knicks history, you know about the finger roll. You know about the finger roll. And it's just
look, y'all and y'all just got back too. Like y'all just got here too. Like I don't know why y'all acting so high and mighty when y'all just got here too. Y'all haven't been here since
okay, but the Hawks, we've been on but in the case of the Hawks, we've been whacked. Okay, we celebrated a second round playoff like we was in the streets. Everybody going to Magic City.
We in the finals right now. You feel me? This is an accomplishment in and of itself.
We've accepted our whackness. The Knicks act like they got 7 in the box already. Like they got a trophy case. It ain't how it goes.
You got Kevin Knox and nothing but disappointment. I'm saying we had ISO Joe here. Did y'all have ISO Joe? I don't think y'all had ISO Joe here.
I love it, man. Yeah. I love it. Now, the question that I have for you is, as I said, this is Michael Cole logic.
Oh God.
You, my friend Suge D, you hold a victory recently over one New Japan's current strong open weight champion, Mr. Filthy Tom Lawler.
I might have one on. Yeah.
Now with Michael Cole, you know, if you watch No Hook, season 2, you know what I'm saying, IWTV, you know what I'm saying, make sure you grab your subscription, you know what I'm saying, shit like that.
That's what I like.
It is what it is. Yeah.
We got you, blood. We got you.
with Michael Cole logic, I would assume, and I just want to get your opinion. Do you think that could potentially put you in line for a future title shot?
Bro, you're number one contender. And Michael Cole logic, you're number one contender right now. So yeah, go ahead and call out Filthy Tom Lawler like you called out.
Like you called out Shane Taylor.
So the way my buzz and my matches and my the way my phone and all this other stuff is set up, even if we did go off of that logic, that probably ain't gonna happen.
Really.
It probably ain't gonna happen. Like I would love for it to happen. I would love that opportunity to go on, but I'm gonna be realistic. It's like it's that logic sometimes where it's like, I think they would fit in great with this product, or this would go great with that product, or that would go great with that product. When you're dealing with entities like that, somebody from up high got to be that one to be like, hey, we need to bring in this guy, or you have to build enough of for what you're doing for yourself where it turns into that. And I always compare myself to either being like art house grappling or being like, again, mixtape status. If you know, a lot of the times the mainstream, it'd be when that goes. I think the last mainstream thing that they probably remember is Pineapple Pete. So I don't know what to tell you. Stranger things have happened though. Who knows? I might Tom. It might just be burning in the back of Tom's mind.
Yeah,
like I beat all these people, but Suge
got one over me. Just hanging over my head.
Like fly him out to California and let's settle this.
Right.
Like, all right.
Being a businessman, however, if you're gonna fly me out to California, you're gonna have to put me on like a 5-match deal. Cause you're not just gonna come in to have me come in and try to choke me out. Like I'm gonna earn some equity. We're gonna do some trios. We're gonna do some 8-mans. You're gonna see some things of me first.
Yes, sir.
Again, You know, you just go ahead and try.
That's the Ultimate Fighter, motherfucker. Yeah.
Right. And then by then, you know, they'd be like, you know what, he lost, but like, he lost, but he was clean though. He was clean. We need to bring him next week.
Them 10s, them 20s, but you know, clean though.
Hey, can't nobody take a German suplex like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey,
you see the vision. You see the vision.
Sir.
Hey,
oh man. Who do y'all have anything else? Go ahead.
All right, bro. Last question for me, like, bro. Nintendo, PlayStation, or Xbox? Which one you got? Which one?
PC.
Which one do you go to?
PC.
Oh, PC. Oh, you a PC. Oh,
now when I had a system. Now don't get me wrong. When I had a system, the last system I had was an Xbox. But my thought process turned into I could use the same Xbox controller because it's all Microsoft, right? Mm-hmm. And the games are actually cheap because Steam have a sale every 5 minutes. Okay, you can get Resident Evil for like $2, and they'll give you 7 coupons to Arby's, and you can buy that. You know what I'm saying? So like, not only do I always own a copy, like it's never gonna not. I never have to worry about backwards compatibility or all this other stuff like that. It just made more sense. So like even the laptop that I'm talking to you from now, I have 2 laptops, and this is my gaming laptop. So it costs a little because it's portable, but it's powerful. It runs everything that I need it to run. And like I just enjoy it. It's like I'll be sitting down and I hook a controller into it. If I got some more people, I got a bunch of USB ports so we can hook 4 controllers up in there. We make it do what it do. So the PC is my weapon of choice. That's how I roll.
Dang, you be modding and shit?
That's hard.
So all that mind stuff, man, like I used to get into that with some games, but like if the game ain't on point off rip, I feel like I shouldn't have to do all that to enjoy it.
I get you. I get you.
I understand. Well, man, I thank you so much for your time. This has been an amazing opportunity, to be honest with you. Like this conversation. Oh, I lied. I'm sorry. I have to ask you. I gotta ask you something else, bro. I'm sorry. So I'm sorry. There's one thing I have to ask you before we get out of here. I'm sorry. I just have to.
Just touch on this. Cornball stuff either. Don't ask for $20. I don't have it.
Oh man.
Well, I don't have it.
No, nothing to do with that. I just, since we were talking about video games and shit like that, like it threw me and it made me think back because, all right, so WWE did this thing last month where they were doing a cross promotion for a movie called Army of the Dead, and they had a zombie.
So much fun. I enjoyed it.
I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm gonna get to it, but just because like Batista and Ghost, Omari Hardwick in a movie together is just piques my interest definitely. But they had a match with Damian Priest and The Miz. It was a Zombie Lumberjack match, and at the time, I assumed that this match was the first of its kind. And no.
Was this Soldier Suge?
I was mistaken. I was mistaken because you were involved in a Zombie Lumberjack match, and I believe that was the first of its kind. And what was that experience like? Because the ultimate goal of that match was to avoid being eaten alive.
You know how much money I'd be sitting on if I had a platform? That's the stuff I'd be talking about. So this was a match that I had in Scotland when I was in the middle of a feud with Gene Money.
Yes.
It was a Zombie Lumberjack death match. And what made it even crazier was after, and again, YouTube is out there. Like when I say the things that I say, I don't say stuff without evidence. Yeah. So like the evidence is out there. It's just up to you whether you want to watch it or you don't want to watch it.
YouTube is your friend. Go watch the Zombie Lumberjack match. Go watch the Doug Williams matches. Go watch the match you had the match that you had with Brody and Shakara.
All that.
hard.
It's out there.
Hard. You know, it's out there. So if you ain't got your IWTV subscription, YouTube is your friend.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Like people like to say this and that about what I do or what I don't do. It's like I don't have to get into that. It's like I just type the name. You can do Sugar Dunkerton or you can do Suge D. It's there. It's there. Like again, the Joe Budden boys. I had to go out on my own to make my millions, okay? Or in my case, my thousands. I had to go out on my own to get those. All right. So anyway, but like yeah, that was a part of our feud. And we did that at like the big Halloween show that they had. So they brought in like a zombie troupe to be the lumberjacks around the way, and they're grabbing at us and they snatching at us while we doing stuff, which was crazier because like they're actually grabbing at you while stuff is going on. So you trying to run spots, so you actually have to be like, ooh, let me not get you
like, you know, I'm trying to work here.
Super entertaining though. Really enjoyed the experience. There's a joke on there that like I never stopped laughing about this, and that lets me know like I was truly in a special place in the UK. So we both end up on the floor, and the zombies are like trying to decide who they want to eat. So they're coming over to me first, and it's like no, you don't want me, white meat. Protein, yeah, and everything. So then they all go over him, and they're like, no, dark meat, juicier, more flavor. Oh shit, he's right. He had a bunch of moments like that. Like I think I slapped him with like a zombie hand somewhere in that match.
Yeah, you was wilding. He was wilding. That reminds me of the Key and Peele skit where they're like the zombie apocalypse, but the zombies are racist, so like they're not gonna mess with black people,
right? And the tour de force of the match. At the end, his zombified corpse comes back in the ring, and I think all of them are going to eat me. But through the power of dance and Michael Jackson, we have a big dance number at the end of it, and we do like Thriller, and I'm leading the chorus of zombies. So like through the power of funk, I'm a necro dancer. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I'm over here and I got and doing the Wolfman hands and stuff. Yes, we did all of that.
Yes,
I love it.
It was amazing.
I had to go all the way to Scotland to get something like that done. But yes, I myself need money. But myself, G Money, and Discovery Wrestling. If we talk about for the sake of posterity, yes, we were the first people to do it. It's just WWE had more eyes and made more money off of it. So who are the real winners? Vince. So yeah.
I hear you, man.
Nah, he did it first. Soldier Suge. Soldier Suge, Ray J Suge did it first, hit it first.
I definitely could not allow this moment to pass.
Do a lot of things. I was like, yeah.
First to do the wing clipping, first to have a zombie apocalypse match. You don't even know about that, man. I was Batista before Batista.
I ain't know that.
Oh my God. Had a job. That's great. That's great. Well, sir, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you. If there's anything that you feel like you haven't plugged or anything that you feel like you want to go ahead and throw out there, of course, they can follow you at Sugar Dunkerton. But let the people know what you've got going on. If there's anything that you may have not mentioned or anything that you just want to add, please.
At Sugar Dunkerton on Twitter, at Sugar Dunkerton FASHO. For those of you who are ebonically challenged, that's pronounced for show. When you do that, not face show, it's Sugar Dunkerton for show. Okay. ProWrestlingTees.com/Sugar Dunkerton. I actually got a drop that's going to be coming soon. Destiny or Death. Hopefully, I will have. That in actual print for anybody that's showing up live for me versus Myron on June the 18th. Then that gets us into some dates. I love those. When we get into what I got coming up pretty soon, we got Paradigm, which is of course me versus Myron, June the 18th in Ohio. June the 19th is going to be Black Wrestlers Matter in Iowa. That's going to be really important. Both of those shows are broadcast on IWTV. June the 20th, I slide back through the New South representing the Candy Shop. We're going to make it do what it do. June the 25th, I just announced it. He said he was gonna clip it. He said he was gonna have it up tomorrow. You clip it up however you need to clip it up, whatever goes. I will be in Dallas, VIP wrestling. Shane, it's up to you. Get the clearance for the sample. That's all I'm asking you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it happen. I will have New South Pro Wrestling again on June the 26th in Alabama. And then to cap my June off, June the 27th, Next Generation Wrestling in Tennessee. It's going to be me versus the former IWTV champion Warhorse versus Levi Everett. That thing going to be Liddy to Titty. Other than that, everything's been going really good. I'm really just kind of based right now, just trying to make it do what it do and trying to, really trying to make sure that I'm giving the best version of me out there for y'all who are paying that money. Jericho Cruz coming up in October and whatnot. The only things I could just leave y'all with is the fact that as we've really found out during this pandemic, life is short and time is short. Chris Rock always said that life isn't short. It's actually very long if you make the wrong choices. I've also found out it's long if you delay choices that you should have made. So I say make your life as short as humanly possible, because when you having fun, all this time is flying by. And for all the trials and tribulations that I've kind of had in my career, I feel like 21 was yesterday. And here I am at 36, and there's still more to do, and there's still more going on, because I absolutely love this, and I want to find out what's on the other side. And if you really love something and you really believe in something and you really believe in what you do when you're doing something, you owe it to yourself to find out what's on the other side of fear and opinion and nervousness. You owe it to yourself to find out what that is, because I'd rather you have tried and failed on your face a million times doing something that you love than living with regret that you never did, or trying to play armchair quarterback and you never even tried to hike the ball. That's where we at, man.
That is where we are at.
The gems that are in my brain, you turn my brain inside out. Oh my God.
The jewel in the cranium, boy.
Well, frenemies,
the mental telepathy that you put on with the black.
An amazing time. This has been an amazing time.
Again, man. Tina, I'm up in here. Okay, right. I'm up in here. That's how I be thinking. The Furious Styles, he hit him with that think, Trey.
Right. That's crazy, man. Well, dog, I can't thank you enough. Honestly, this means the world to us. Frenemies, thank y'all for tuning in. Of course, if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, we appreciate y'all, of course. This has been the Public Enemies podcast, of course. And it, of course, has also been Suge D Behind Enemy Lines. You, my friend, I wish you the best and more success as much as possible in abundance. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks,
in abundance. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that, but you know what? I like to give flowers when flowers are definitely necessary and deserved. So I appreciate your work. I appreciate your time, and I just appreciate you for tapping in and sliding through, man.
For real.
It's been a hell of a time, man. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. We showing love, and I just want to show all the love I possibly can, because I definitely do things that bring the hate, especially the people that I'm across from. So we got to balance that out with the love. The love accentuates the hate, man. It does.
We've come a long way, I feel like, within this last hour and a half from just those little friends over there on that little podcast. We've come a long way.
I know y'all now. It's like, okay.
We're little friends on the little podcast too now.
Right, man, exactly. Yeah. So for Jizzle, for Benny the Butcher, man, for me, myself, oh my God, Graham, Suge D, we appreciate you. Thank you for sliding through, and looking forward to speaking to you soon, man.
You already know it.